Hey guys, so this is the best I could do is in terms of lighting in this room. I have to sit on the floor, so sorry if you see the messy room service hasn't come in yet today, but we're on a quick little break for our lunch. I wanted to just jump on camera and make a little video. I was really inspired right now because we had a really great conversation during lunch. A few of the people in my cohort and then the waitress, we just had a really stimulating conversation, and it inspired me to make a video about it. And this is a video that I wanted to make eventually, and I just forgot, so I felt like this was the perfect time. I have a couple minutes before I have to go back to class, so that's what we're gonna do. So I wanted to talk about self-worth, and along with that, I want to talk about being taken advantage of and understanding the power you have and the differences between somebody who has a high level of education versus somebody who doesn't. So of course, as predicted, I believe that everyone should have an incredible sense of self-worth, because no matter what background you come from or what variables have influenced your life to the point of where you are today, or how much education you have, everybody should have a great sense of self-worth. I've seen some of the most educated, affluent people be the dumbest people, and I've also seen some of the least educated and maybe not working a great job be the smartest people. It just really, sure there are differences in having an education versus not having an education, but what I'm trying to say is that in terms of having self-worth, it really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So with that being said, what we were kind of talking about during lunch was just some of those situations, and it makes me sick to hear about it, to see it, but those situations where a woman who is super educated and has a great job and has all of this money is being taken advantage of by a guy who maybe doesn't work or doesn't contribute to the relationship as much as she is. And that really just makes me angry. And it's something that I'm guilty of having done in the past. And right now I'm 31 years old. I look back on my 20s and I had the time of my life, right? Like, I did it up in my 20s. But looking back and reflecting on it, although I wouldn't change much, I will say that I've learned a lot, and most of the decisions I made in my 20s, I would never make in my 30s. Or here on out. And I know that people have to learn for themselves, and I know that my daughter, being my daughter, is going to want to experiment and do things and learn the hard way, because that's how I was, and I just know that's how she's going to be. So as much as I want to tell her, don't do X, Y, and Z in your 20s, but skip all that and go to your 30s, I know she's going to do it anyways. But it is my hope that in making those decisions and learning those life lessons, well, that's just it. I hope that she learns from them, and I hope that she grows from them, and I hope that she understands her self-worth, and that with time it becomes more and more, well, just stronger, and that she's learned that, hey, I'm not going to make that same decision that I made 5 years ago because I value myself more. I'm not going to let this boyfriend influence me in this way because I have learned from that and I have moved on from that. And like I said, I've done that in the past. I tried things and I did things that I don't think I necessarily would have done if I wasn't dating that particular person or if I wasn't friends with that particular person. But I did it and I tried it and it was fun and whatever. But would I make those kinds of decisions now? Would I allow somebody to influence me to that level now? Never. No. Like, I've become stronger in the sense of who I am. I've become stronger in the sense of what I will allow people to do to me, to take from me, and what I will give to people. And it's something that, of course, I would wish for Olivia we could just fast forward and go to her 30s where she's a little bit more wiser, has a little bit more experience under her belt, so to speak, and just stronger in who she is. But I know that she's going to go out there and she's going to learn, and And for most people, that's what you have to do. You have to live your life and do your own experiences. But I hope she gets to a place where I'm at now. I hope for myself that I continue to grow. But it's really important to have a great sense of self-worth, to understand who you are, to understand that you're going to continue to grow as a person and you're going to continue to make mistakes, but possibly they won't be the same mistakes you made in your 20s. Continue to filter out the people who need to be filtered out of your life, and only accept people into your life, into your close circle that you know are good for you, and that are gonna help contribute to your personal growth, and that you're gonna help contribute to their personal growth. So it was just a really stimulating conversation at lunch, and just really a nice reminder, nothing that I didn't know before, but something that was just a really nice reminder. The waitress had said that there's people in this world, and this is very true, there's people in this world who are going to continue to push you and take from you and take from you to see how far they can go. And everyone's had that in their life, but the difference is some people stay in that cycle. Some people allow others to take and take and take, and I don't know, I do know why that happens, and I just hope that that doesn't happen to my daughter. I'm sure it's going to happen to some extent, but I really hope that she has the strength and the understanding to know, one, when it's happening, and two, to stop it, and three, not to let it happen again. Some people go through those cycles where they're in this toxic relationship and then they break up, and then like a couple months later they're back with that same person and the same behaviors are happening. And I don't ever want that to be her. I don't ever want that to be me. I don't ever want that to be anybody, woman or man. So yeah, it was a great lunch conversation. It was really good. Nothing that really resonates with me right now, but something that I could relate to in my 20s. And I just it made me proud of myself, because I'm nowhere near that person anymore. Not even close. And my eyes are opened, as to when someone's trying to do that to me. And, sometimes people in my close circle still try to do that on a much smaller level, not in an abusive manner at all, but I stop it right away and I say, you know what, this is how you're making me feel, this is what you're doing to me, and I'm not going to stand for this. So now you have to make a decision as to what you're going to do, because if you continue to do that, I'm out. If you stop and you grow from it, let's grow together. That's where I'm at. And yeah, that's all I got, guys. Just really important, understand, everyone needs to understand how important they are and how much they matter, and how much, although this world is such a great, great place, there are those people that are going to try to suck the life out of you, that's going to just try to take everything from you, and you cannot allow that to happen. No matter how much education you have, no matter how much money you have, no matter how great in an environment you grow up in, you have it in you to understand your self-worth and to act on it at all times. So yeah, I really hope for that for my daughter. I hope that I continue to grow as a person, and that anybody who's watching this also understands their own self-worth, because it's really important. And sometimes we want to be in denial, right? And deny that we have those kinds of relationships existing in our life. But I really wanted to just say, open your eyes, because time's a ticking and people are taking from you and you're not happy, and you only get one life to live. At least that's what I think. So make the best of it. Cut those relationships and move on and grow from them. So that's how I feel. Anyways, let me check the time. Time to go back to class. So I rambled. Whenever I do these talking videos, I ramble on all of my thoughts. Like, there's so many in my head and I want to get them all, and I feel like they don't come out eloquently and I'm like on tangents, but I think the message is pretty clear. So love yourself, don't let people take advantage of you, and just grow. We're growing every day, not physically maybe anymore, but emotionally and mentally. Just continue to grow and stand up for yourself and be happy. So anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. I don't know what's gonna come up next, but I'm here in Minneapolis, so I have time to make these videos. So anyways, bye.